feedback. Great. We're waiting for some more people coming. Let's check the sound and quality of my video. Please put some pluses if everything is okay. I'd like to pay attention to RAN USDT right now. We have several touches to strong level, but I didn't set up the order book properly. Please some feedback if you hear me well, as usual. Okay. For those who asked me how to set up an order book, the answer is just to make it readable. Just to make it readable, I am entering this setup in advance, but the bad news is that we have very slow motion of trade history. Don't like that. In advance, I'm setting the working volume. And waiting for their breakout. Let's wait. If there is no realization, we will stop. We will use short stop loss. Now I make my order book readable. We can trade now. Spot left. I really recommend using ruler here just to see the percentage around the price. Unfortunately, I was late with this breakout. Just see how silly the breakout was. Extremely bad because the market is bearish, and moreover, there is a high level of uncertainty. So that's why we have such movements. But I am working according to my risk system, so I use very short mathematical stop loss. Please put your likes and ask me questions, because we have absolutely empty chat. Give some activity, please. The market now is quite slow. Let's see what's happening with BTC while we are searching. If we don't manage to find some good setups, I will show you those setups that I managed to work out yesterday. Every trade is usually filmed when USD buy. It's too late now. That was very short impulse, very short and silly, only half percent. So I don't recommend opening short position. I don't recommend opening both short or long position, because there was a liquidity grab, and I don't know what happening now on the instrument, so it's better to miss this instrument. Let's see what's happening on the other instruments. I really like lead USDT. Many touches, two very accurate touches to levels, and I really like this situation. I hope that the instrument behave like that, will behave, and on the next touch we will enter shorts, and I will be loading from there, somewhere there, if the order book will give me some signs. For example, a pattern in box, pattern in clusters, like hammer, like from which we will get the some analytical information that we have downward pressure, or maybe some resistance. Let's look something else. Just a moment. Okay, lead, I recommend placing signal levels somewhere at 0.84, for example, at lead, just to be ready when it comes to break the level. Here we see market makers. Just a moment. That will be great. Okay. Uh, 0.85. Let's be. No. Somewhere here. I think the price will return back here and activate our signal level. Let's wait. But while we are waiting, I also recommend paying much attention to people, much more touches to the level, and higher probability of short breakout. The market is bearish, so after the news today, I think that the Bitcoin will finally fall down. It will be a great rally, firstly till 18,200, and then after several touches to that level, we will break that, and coming down to 17, maybe even 16, it's the question of time. On such background, we should pay more attention to short situations, the breakout, short breakout, and I do not recommend searching for long breakouts. And see, we can get short pullback on ENC. Let's try to do this. Now, for now, is the instrument is pumping, but I would like to start loading short position, because here we see the second touch to that level. That the second touch is usually followed by their pullback. So we are waiting the pullback here. Pay attention to that level. If we don't fall from this level, we probably come to 1786, and then from that level maybe it will be false breakout, and then it absolutely the highest probability that there will be pullback from this level, from this zone. Try to load wisely. It's quite good situation. I really like this. While we are waiting other situations for short breakouts, people and lead, both instruments really looking really good. I have learned to course. Did you watch our course? So I hope it was of great interest for you. We did our best to show you something new, something very useful. Let's see how this 5 minutes cluster will close. If it's red, I will be adding more position, because the sellers are calling the shots. Look at these shadows. Look at these shadows. It means that I forgot to deposit my VLC. Okay, no problem. We'll trade with a small volume. I have only $72, but usually I trade with 500 or 1000. Was demonstrating account. So I really expect the downward movement till 1725, somewhere here, or at least to this zone, the middle of this zone, 1732. I will fix somewhere here, and we can add more position. Let's try to evaluate the potential of this movement. The potential of this movement is about 2%. Let's try to get this 2%. For now, we have only 0.1%. So we have 20x more to accomplish this movement. Please share your opinion about such situation. What do you think about about knife catching, about pullbacks, because scalpers shouldn't trade only breakouts. We should concentrate on each strategy that can give us good movement. We should be very flexible because uh, not every day there are good movements and good breakouts. Sometimes we should work out pullbacks, pipsing strategy. Sometimes we should switch to positional trading. And don't forget asking your questions, maybe some theoretical ones. I would add more. Look at this, that I am adding position to profit, not to shorten my financial pillow, this potential. I'm placing stop loss in break-even point to hedge my risks. But I really expect such a great movement of 2%, minimum 2%. Looks extremely good. So let's wait. Let's change the scale of our order book and wait. Lead so slow, extremely slow, and no activity at all. No activity of buyers, no activity of sellers. People looks much better, but as well extremely low activity in the order book. But I really recommend placing as well some signal levels at 0.0217, somewhere here. People, let's find it in what? Okay. I'm placing here several signal levels just to be ready. And I am placing my working volume. Oh, I forget I have only 100. Okay, will be $500 working volume, and I divide it into 4 parts. 4 parts in case I'm loading in advance by 4 packages, by 4 times, by 5,000 each. Now I'm ready. When I see some arguments for loading in advance, I use it. So let's watch what is happening here. Let's try to accomplish all this movement. Maybe according to the negative background, according to negative fundamental factors, I really prefer increasing volume trading short position and tightening risk management on long positions, or I really don't want to find something long on such a market. So let's try to be realistic, and I don't prefer to take a huge risk because it's really dangerous to trade long trades on such a market. Just look at this. Just look at BTC. This scenario is quite obvious, I think. I think that this situation even doesn't need my drawings. it will be just something like that, and finally we will fall down. Maybe it will be retest after breaking this level. And looking at such information, I really want to short BTC, but I don't like trading BTC. Okay, unfortunately, the hit of stop loss. I will try to re-enter with small volumes again. And some mathematical stop loss. Somewhere here. Is there an option to show profit in USDT? Yes, of course, you can just switch from percentage to USDT display, just clicking here. There is the result in USDT. Now we have 12 cents. It's quite comfortable, but when you are a beginner, I really recommend don't use at dollars display of your result, because it will make the great pressure on you. So you just should concentrate on percentage. Don't use high volume, use just minimum volume, because you will probably lose your deposit several times while you are a beginner, while you are teaching, while you are learning to trade, while you are getting used to emotional control, your risk management control, and so on. You can't force and overcome this experience of leaving all your deposit. So that's why you should trade with extremely low volumes, extremely low deposits from $20, for example, and it will be enough. It will be great if you manage to increase your deposit from $20 to $100 several times, and you will probably several times lose it again. And it will be much better if you do like that, rather than losing $500 several times at the starting point. It will be extremely hard for your emotional health, and it will be psychological problem of a sale. We will be trying to break it. Now we are trying our second attempt. Let's see in more detailed picture. We see from one point of view, it looks like the triangle to break long, but from the other point of view, it looks like the head and shoulders figure. But we should take into account other factors like the activity of buyers or sellers, some clusters in some patterns in clusters, and so on. And the most important is the background. We have very negative background, and if this instrument really burst long, if it really grows drastically, showing admirable impulse, I will be really surprised, because the BTC is falling, and most instruments are much weaker than the BTC, and that's why they are logically following the BTC. So let's wait. I'm waiting for break of this structure. I'm waiting for a break of this structure, of this line, neck line of the head and shoulders. When it's broken, it will be much more confidence that it will be downward movement. However, 1 minute time frame is not such a solid argument, but nevertheless. Anyway, I really don't like this. We have very green and very active delta. It's not good. It means that there are a lot of buyers. A lot of buyers trying to buy out all this movement. That's why I will place short stop loss and wait for this movement. At least the price should give us only less than 0.5% just to break this structure and to change this trend to the downtrend. I really hope so, but I don't like this. We will wait for 3 minutes to close this 5 minutes time frame close, and this cluster will close and fix this delta. And if the next is green, I will close the position. Don't forget to share your experience of previous week. What did you manage to trade profitably? Did you stay in break even, or did you lose some funds? What lot size needs to appear before a possible move? What do you mean? Are you talking about the ticks or clusters, or you mean what working volume we should work with? Not good. Let's consider this situation. Keep watching. Keep watching. Keep watching till the delta is changing to red, showing us that the sellers are gaining momentum. We shouldn't consider only lot size if you mean ticks or some lots put by the market. We should understand what side buyers or sellers are getting stronger. Here we see that buyers are stronger now, but something holds this price above this level, because all this activity is being absorbed by something. Volume of the volume put into the market that probably create the impulse always depends on the certain instrument. On one instrument, 1 million will be very silly volume that do nothing with the price change. On the other instrument, it will be crazy much that will make a fat finger, and it usually depends on manufacturers. Usually, the quite high volume is considered to be from 200 to $300,000 in. Oh, look at this! Look at this! $3,000 in instrument. If this instrument out of top 100 by market capitalization. If the instrument is inside 100 by market capitalization, the volume of 300 to $500,000 will be considered as big enough to change the power of seller or buyer. Oh, it looks really bad, really bad. Please share your ideas and setups. Let's find something interesting. The whole formation is looking quite rounding, and for now it could be the liquidity grab. Liquidity grab after what we will see long, very long shadow here, and then it will be pullback, strong pullback. I really believe that it will be strong pullback. Let's try to do this again. I usually place quite short stop loss. If I don't know where to put stop loss, I usually put mathematical stop loss. Half percent from the price, or something around this. I don't believe in much liquidity above this level because here was the false breakout that liquidated all this liquidity here. That's why the probability of technical breakout is quite low. That's why the only reason of breakout here will be the manipulations of huge player that also wants to load short position from here, and he really needs to grab all stop losses of those people who are shorting here too. So let's wait. Let's try to trade this situation. Despite the fact that all the delta is green, something doesn't let the price go higher. As many of you maybe know, sometimes this is the sign of huge player loading. And now it could be the loading of huge seller. Let's see. Please give some activity, maybe your questions, maybe your theoretical questions about strategies, about risk management, about such important thing like emotional control, how to resist stress how to resist controlless behavior while trading. There are many useful practices. So it really looks like pulling back. I really hope so. Other instruments are quite inactive, so all their attention concentrated on ENS. It's really interesting. Look at this. So many shadows up. It tells us that there are huge power of limit sellers that is pushing the price back. BTC is falling. It should be the real support for us. I'm really waiting for lack of buyer's power. All the buyer's power are missing here. They should left all their initiative, all their power, all their force here. About 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 25 minutes. Buyers are trying to break this level, and they can't break this level. Something or someone just protects it. Finally, when we see the next delta red, I think it will be the first sign that will give us much confidence for short position. Let's wait. As I said, our first aim is 1760, at least, and maybe, sorry, our first aim somewhere here, the middle of this small consolidation, 1730. Let's wait. While I'm waiting for this movement to be realized, don't forget asking questions, putting your likes, and don't forget about this group, the channel where I usually prefer grabbing some good setups to work out. It's much better than screeners operated by bots, because all these signals are made by professional traders and they are quite well informed, they are well prepared and enough qualified, so-called. That's why I really prefer trading some signals. Look at this, for example, people, the same situation that we are waiting for. When your opinion coincides with the opinion of the other, it's a good sign. We released the video about how to work out all the signals from this chat, from this channel. working out the signals, you shouldn't uh, open every trade. You should open only those trades that you agree with. So it's like a screener, but a live screener by humans. So I put stop loss. Remember what I told you. I told you about the change of delta color. Here we saw a lot of buyers activity, then the green turns red. Now there is the real fight, and if I hit by stop loss, I will miss this situation the buyers because the buyers will show themselves as extremely strong. It will be quite dangerous to for the next try to do the same. I hope that sellers wouldn't be pushed back from that level, waiting for the break of structure. Maybe it will be the break of local slope that is already in the process. Let's wait. Just half of the percent. We have 8 times more potential for this movement, like that. And maybe I will try to fix small position in case the price goes higher. We can lose some funds trying to find the proper entry point, the ideal entry point. It's not very easy, but we always should be confident about our analysis. If you are not confident about your analysis, don't trade such situation. Don't even try. I prefer partially closing, to close partially. In case of unforeseen circumstances, if the price drastically skyrocketing, this is a market, everything is possible, and our mission is to follow our risk management. How do you calculate the profit or loss using P instead of percentage? For example, right now you have profit 3P, so how much is it as a percentage? Just you can switch between dollars. There we have the result displayed in dollars. Just clicking 2 times, you have in points, in dollars, and in percentage. Quite easy. But I really recommend always looking at percentage. We have people, tab 1. Be ready. We have tab 1. People are coming to the level, but extremely slow. Look at the delta. Delta is red. The sellers are pushing, and pushing the price lower, but they still lack power. They still lack activity. It's not good. We are waiting for activity. Activity is our treasure. what's happening here. Maybe it will be small retest. The new 5-minute candle. Let's hope for the best. At least almost 1% we're already having. We did 3 attempts, and 3 attempts was bad attempts. So we should compensate all the loss buried by these attempts. The BTC is falling, and this is the argument for other altcoins. There are very rarely cases when the instrument is stronger than BTC, and if the ENS goes higher and break this level, it means that at this moment the ENS is stronger than BTC, because the local buyer is more interested in breaking this level. Do you hear me well? Please give me some feedback because I have some connections problem. How do you calculate? Do you think BNB will break 278? The market has been range bound. Let's look, but I think that's about. It's more about reputation and fundamental arguments, and all the technical arguments are coming to the second background. Because when the system is being hacked, it's the great damage to goodwill of any project, of any coin, and it's extremely bad. We will consider this. Just let me to control this trade and close it. Do you think BNB will break? Okay. We almost have reached the first aim on the halfway. And please share your opinion about trading by order book, by all this soft, because I really know, for example, that in many countries in Europe, many people don't get used to trade through such a soft, because frankly speaking, it's extremely important and it's extremely useful, because you are getting a lot of analytical information from this. So as you see, I was right, because first of all, this movement was the second touch to strong level. Second argument is that we have negative background, and people are reluctant to take long positions. here we saw, third argument, here we saw such an activity that didn't allow buyers come higher. We saw extremely green clusters and extremely green delta, but nevertheless the price didn't manage to go higher. I mentioned that there was a sign of short loading. And finally, we saw the break of local slope and just the rebound from the strong level. Here I see the first strong resistance zone, because here we see a mirror level. Look at this. Previously, this level was the resistance zone. One touch, second touch, then breakout, then it was the support, second time support, it was the kind of triangle, and now we have reached this level. It will be hard to break it. Finally, I can close. In other case, I would prefer to close most of the position, because I prefer entering with higher volume. But I forgot to deposit. I have only less than $100 on deposit, and there is no reason to close it, because we have very rare, very small profit on such a deal. I really regret this. But the movement was about, if we, for example, loading from this level, the movement showed more than 1%. It's quite good at such a bad times. Look at this, the confirmation of my words. 2 pokes in a row shows us strong resistance. If this resistance is broken, it will be much pressure down. I think the next aim will be somewhere here, in the middle of this small range. That was the accumulation of local buyer. It was quite good pattern, very small but local pattern. Great. I hope we are breaking this local resistance. Please put pluses who managed to open this the same trade. Please share with your emotions, your opinion, and your thoughts about the targets of this movement. Someone. So 5 minutes left. In 5 minutes I will end this stream, so I hope it's of great use for you. I hope I give you maybe some more tips about making your trading much more profitable. So please give me some feedback, because every time I'm trading with you, I'm trying to do my best, and it's really important to give some feedback for you. Smart hustle, thank you. The POCs, points of control, are keeping concentrating in their lower side of each cluster. It means that this is the resistance as well. It was very helpful. Thanks for good stream. Thank you too. Thank you for your attention, for your time. I believe our streams are win-win situation because you are getting something new. I'm getting your feedback on my broadcasting, on my trade. So it's mutually beneficial relations. Great. Oh, it's pumping back. Okay, I'm moving stop loss somewhere here, but I think this not is the end. I will try to catch. I hope that sellers will keep pushing. Will keep pushing at least till the aim 1735. Let's try to place take profit here. Can you send the setup your CScalp template? I have changed the computer, so most of my instruments are not set up. So I'm in a process. As you saw, when I'm opening new instruments, I have to quickly set it up. So I really have some doubts that it will help you. But the shadow shows us, this shadow shows us that the sellers, despite that the delta is getting green again, the sellers they don't want to give up. Let's try to catch all this potential. Yes, this stream will be available at the channel, so you will be able to watch this again from the very beginning. Maybe you will analyze all the entry points, the factors of entry points from the very beginning, and it will be of great use. Believe me. Just watch how we find the points here, how we thought about what thoughts we had about this turning point, and we were right. Yes, you can see, as I mentioned from the very beginning, the first aim of setting up the order books is just to make it readable. Just to make it readable. And nothing else. Something like head and shoulders are forming. So I'm ending the stream. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for your activity and comments. Please don't forget to subscribe for our channel just to to get very good and of great statistics setups and stay in profit. Thank you.